I'd like to call to order the Cuyahoga County Council's regular meeting for Tuesday, September the 8th, 2015. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Calling the roll, Mr. Jones?
Here.
Ms. Brown? Here. Mr. Hairston? Here. Ms. Simon? Here. Mr. Greenspan? Here. Mr. Miller? Here. Mr. Germana? Here. Mr. Gallagher? Here. Mr. Schron? Here. Ms. Conwell? Here. And Council President Brady.
Here.
There is a quorum.
Pledge of Allegiance. I have no recommendations for silent meditation. If anyone in the council does, please speak up. Hearing none, we'll move on to public comment related to the agenda.
Mr. President, I have one, except for its non-agenda related item at the end, so none for
Okay.
the agenda.
All right. I wasn't here at the last meeting, and I appreciate the Vice President stepping in for me. We need to approve the minutes of the August 25th meeting. Could I have a motion? Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, and one abstention. Myself. I have no announcements from the council president, except that, as you can imagine, I'm very happy to be back. Any announcements from the county executive?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to mention that last week I attended a reception with the Consul General of India to welcome a delegation from India, which included a number of business owners that were here looking to do business in the United States. I had a lengthy conversation with one business owner who's seriously looking at potentially opening a facility here in Cuyahoga County. I was joined by Nate Kelly, also a number of representatives from Team NEO and Global Cleveland were there, and Councilman Schron attended, and it was especially helpful. Thank you, Mr. Schron, for attending, because Councilman Schron has a facility in Mumbai and is very familiar with India, and I know had a number of conversations with people, so thank you for being there. I've also met recently with Bill Kaler, the new head of Team NEO, and his staff, and we will be working together on economic development for the county. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislation introduced by the council, consideration of resolutions of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2015-0171, authorizing a casino revenue fund loan in the amount not to exceed $4 million to City of Euclid for the benefit of Phase 2 of the Waterfront Improvement Plan located in the City of Euclid, directing the Director of Development or his/her designee to prepare all documents to effectuate said loan, directing and authorizing the county executive and/or Director of Development to execute all documents consistent with said loan and this resolution.
I'm going to refer this to the committee of the whole.
Resolution number 2015-0172, supporting an application for funding under the Clean Ohio Fund Green Space Conservation Program on behalf of Old Brooklyn Community Development Corporation for the conservation of ecologically significant areas located at 4100 Pearl Road in Old Brooklyn in the City of Cleveland.
So we'll go to environment.
Resolution number 2015-0173, supporting an application for funding under the Clean Ohio Fund Green Space Conservation Program on behalf of Western Reserve Land Conservancy for the conservation of ecologically significant areas located between Cedar Road and Fairmount Boulevard and to the west of Lander Road in the City of Pepper Pike.
So we'll go to environment and sustainability.
Resolution number 2015-0174, supporting an application for funding under the Clean Ohio Fund Green Space Conservation Program on behalf of Western Reserve Land Conservancy for the conservation of ecologically significant areas in the village of Hunting Valley.
And so we'll go to education, environment, and sustainability.
Resolution number 2015-0175, supporting an application for funding under the Clean Ohio Fund Green Space Conservation Program on behalf of West Creek Conservancy for the conservation of ecologically significant areas adjacent to West Creek Reservation in the city of Parma.
Environment.
Resolution number 2015-0176, supporting an application for funding under the Clean Ohio Fund Green Space Conservation Program on behalf of Tinkers Creek Watershed Partners for the conservation of ecologically significant areas in the city of Warrensville Heights.
Environment.
Resolution number 2015-0177, supporting an application for funding under the Clean Ohio Fund Green Space Conservation Program on behalf of City of Brook Park for the conservation of ecologically significant areas in the first phase of the Abram Creek Riparian and Greenway Corridor in the City of Brook Park.
And this will also go to Environment.
Mr. President,
Councilman Miller.
I would request my name be added to 177.
Please add the councilman's name. Legislation introduced by the executive, consideration of resolutions for first reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
To suspend the rules, is there any discussion? All those in favor of suspending the rules, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it, the rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2015-0178, amending the 2014-2015 biennial operating budget for 2015 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, appropriation transfers, and cash transfers.
Okay,
Motion to adopt.
Second.
all right, any more discussion?
President, this is the standard biweekly fiscal agenda. We did circulate and received a few questions from council members. They are reflected on the attached or included memo, and I urge my colleagues for their support.
All those in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it, the motion is passed. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0179, accepting the report containing findings and recommendations of fact finder Robert G. Stein regarding negotiations between Cuyahoga County and American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Ohio Council 8, AFL-CIO, Local 27, for a collective bargaining agreement representing approximately 240 employees in 9 classifications at the Cuyahoga Job and Family Services Office of Child Support Services, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
I move to adopt.
Second?
Has been moved and seconded. Any discussion? This was discussed in executive session. And at this time, I'd ask for a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2015-0180, authorizing a revenue-generating utility agreement with City of Richmond Heights for maintenance and repair of storm sewers, sanitary sewers, and water lines located in County Sewer District Number 3.
Refer this to Public Works, Procurement, and Contracting Committee.
Resolution number 2015-0181, making an award on requisition number 34100 to Mark Schaefer Excavating and Trucking Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $4,573,614 for Cuyahoga County Airport Runway 6/24 Safety Area Improvements Project Number 1 in connection with the Airport Improvement Program.
This will also be referred to Public Works.
Resolution number 2015-0182, accepting the rates as determined by the Budget Commission, authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county fiscal officer, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Refer this to Finance.
Resolution number 2015-0183, authorizing the use of a portion of the proceeds of the Cuyahoga County Sales Tax Revenue Bonds, Series 2014, County Facilities Improvement, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $11 million for the purposes of paying certain costs of demolition of blighted and nuisance properties and making grants therefor, authorizing other actions related to the use of such proceeds.
Refer this to Finance.
Resolution number 2015-0184, authorizing an economic development fund redevelopment and modernization loan in the amount not to exceed $685,000 to LaSalle AMC LLC for the benefit of the LaSalle Arts and Media Center project located at 819 through 829 East 185th Street, Cleveland.
Going for this to ED.
Resolution number 2015-0185, authorizing amendments to contracts with various providers for operation of Ohio Means Jobs, Cleveland, Cuyahoga County Service Centers for the period July 1, 2013 through June 30, 2015, to extend the time period to June 30, 2016, to change the scope of services effective July 1, 2015, and for additional funds for the contracts, providers, and amounts as printed on the agenda.
Environment and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution number 2015-0186, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1300-368 with United Labor Agency Incorporated for employer services for the period July 1, 2013 through June 30th, 2015, to extend the time period to June 30th, 2016, to change the scope of services effective July 1, 2015, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,583,490.
This will also go to Education Committee.
Resolution number 2015-0187, authorizing a contract with Starting Point in the amount not to exceed $1,855,983 for administration of various initiatives of the Universal Pre-Kindergarten Program for the Invest in Children program for the period August 1, 2015 through July 31, 2018.
This will also go to Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee. They have a full boat there.
Resolution number 2015-0188, authorizing a contract with the Salvation Army in the amount not to exceed $527,499 for the PASS Transitional Housing Program in connection with fiscal year 2014 Continuum of Care, Homeless Assistance Grant Programs, and Hearth Act for the period October 1, 2015 through September 30, 2016.
Health and Human Services.
And resolution number 2015-0189, authorizing a contract with Emerald Development and Economic Network Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,443,960 for administration of the fiscal year 2014 Shelter Plus Care sponsor-based rental assistance program in connection with the Hearth Act Homeless Assistance Grant Program for the period August 1, 2015 through July 31, 2016.
Health and Human Services. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Been seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of suspending the rules say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2015-0165, authorizing a contract with H.H. Golden Gate LLC in the amount not to exceed $998,543.52 for lease of office space in Golden Gate Shopping Center located at 6420 Mayfield Road, Mayfield Heights for the period October 1, 2015 through September 30, 2020.
Moved and seconded. Mr. Germano, do you have something?
This was heard in committee. This is consolidating people that are getting automotive titles in the same location as plates. So we recommend approval.
All right. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0166, fixing the 2016 water, storm, and sanitary sewer maintenance and/or sewerage treatment rates for county sewer district numbers 1, 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 18, 20, 21, 22, and 24, in accordance with Ohio Revised Code Section 6117.02, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Mr. Chairman?
Moved and seconded.
Mr. Chairman, we have a proposed substitute ordinance for Resolution 2015-0166. So I move that we accept the proposed substitute.
Second.
Okay, proposed substitute has been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, we received information that one of the divisions wanted to change the amount of their rates, and as everybody knows by now, the sanitary engineer performs these services, and the rates are set by the individual councils, and everything is neutral to the county. And so this corrects what we originally had on the 166, and this brings us up to date. So we recommend that we pass or accept the proposed substitute.
In favor of the substitute, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the substitute is adopted. All those in favor of the resolution on its merits as substituted, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, resolution is adopted as substituted.
Resolution number 2015-0167, approving and confirming the 2016 water, storm, and sanitary sewer maintenance and/or sewage treatment assessments for County Sewer District Numbers 1, 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 18, 20, 21, 22, and 24 in accordance with Ohio Revised Code Section 6117.02 and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
To adopt.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, this second resolution, 167, it's a two-part process. First, we approve the rates, and then we send this on because the assessment goes on the tax duplicate. So that's why we're passing this second piece of legislation.
Councilman Miller, you seem to be...
I just have a question as to whether the changes that were substituted into 166 also need to be substituted into 167.
Yes, okay. I was looking at the law department, but this'll do. Yes. No, I mean, I'd like you to comment. I mean, I'm good with you responding, yeah.
The item 166 was actually affixing the rates. The next one's confirming them. So since we affixed them in the previous one and we got it right, we are now just going to confirm them with the second as Ohio Revised Code mandates us to do.
Satisfied?
I am.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0168, making an award on requisition number 33011 to DeJoya Suburban Excavating in the amount not to exceed $4,408,034.60 for sanitary, water, and roadway improvements to Barton Road, Bronson Road, and Cook Road in the city of North Olmsted and Olmsted Township.
Move to adopt.
Been moved and seconded. Anything further on this, Councilman?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is kind of a landmark opportunity today to pass this piece of legislation. And I want to give credit to my colleague, Councilman Gallagher. He passed, or he authored, a resolution that if inside county organization had a bid within 2%, the inside the county organization would have the opportunity to match the bid. There was very little difference between the low bid and this bid, and the DeJoya Suburban Excavating is matching the bid. So this is the first time that the Cuyahoga County has adopted helping our own local contractor. So I want to congratulate Mr. Gallagher on that, and this has been heard in committee. This matches the lowest and now is the best bid.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0169, making an award on requisition number 34173 to Shermer Construction in the amount not to exceed $923,730.50 for replacement of Columbus Road Bridge number 01.09 over Bear Creek in the city of Bedford.
Discussion?
This has been heard in committee. This is the lowest and best bid. Recommend passage.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it, the resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0170, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1200-346 with Applewood Centers Incorporated for staff secure shelter program and placement planning day report services for the period June 1, 2012 through June 30, 2015, to extend the time period to June 30, 2016, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $705,360.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Councilman, anything?
It's rather self-explanatory. This is for the juvenile court for a program that, by all indications, is a great success and very much needed.
Okay. All those in favor of the resolution say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it, the resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2015-0152, amending resolution number 2014-0102, which authorized the county executive to accept the donation of burial plots within Crown Hill Cemetery in Twinsburg for the purpose of accommodating indigent burials by changing the number of plots from 4 to 8 and the approximate value from $4,000 to $8,000.
Move to adopt.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Guess we understand this legislation.
Mr. Chairman, these are what are indicated on, and I believe the next one also are donations of burial plots for indigents for here in the county, which we certainly can use. It was brought up in committee, and I don't know if it was forwarded on to the executive but the council would like some sort of recognition to the donors for these plots. We have had these in the past, and we think that would be a nice gesture from us to them because of what they're giving us.
Okay. All those in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Yes.
I have a question. I was not in that particular committee, so I did not hear the discussion. But we've received quite a few of these plots over the years. Have we used any of them as of yet?
I'm not sure who that question's directed to, but we'll get to the bottom of that.
We have been told that they're used.
Okay. There's no vacancies.
Dig deep. And the reason I asked for,
I'm just touching on the surface.
You never know what you're going to turn up, you know.
and
Okay.
the reason I asked, just and I don't need the answer now, but there is a cost associated with using the grave. It's not just a free grave. You have to pay for the digging and filling of the hole. So
I
just
defer
wanna
to
know
your
how that's been-
expertise.
I just wonder how that's been incorporated into taking these quote-unquote free graves.
Okay. All right. Satisfied, Councilman?
Not until I get the answer to that.
All right. Nevertheless, all those in favor of the resolution say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Ayes have it, the resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0153, authorizing the county executive to accept the donation of 2 burial plots within Whitehaven Memorial Park, Village of Mayfield, from Society of St. Vincent de Paul, valued at approximately $2,000 for the purpose of accommodating indigent burials.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it, the resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0158, authorizing the Director of Public Works to execute and submit various supplemental loan applications to the Water Pollution Control Loan Fund, one in the amount of $189,035.09 for construction of the North Granger Sewer Replacement located in the city of Garfield Heights, County Sewer District Number 9, and the second is in the amount of $38,447.50 for construction of a drill drop structure in connection with the Broadview Drill Drop Project located in the city of Parma, County Sewer District Number 1A.
Move to adopt.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. Germana?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This was heard in committee. This procedure is definitely a savings. The drill drop method, instead of having to reconfigure the whole sewer apparatus, so we recommend approval.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0159, authorizing the Director of Public Works to execute and submit a loan application in the amount of $1,340,000 to the Water Pollution Control Loan Fund for construction of a gravity sanitary sewer in connection with the Broad Rock Drill Drop Project located in the City of Parma, County Sewer District Number 1A.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, this is just an application for a loan application, and once we get approval, you'll hear it again.
All right.
We move for approval.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Any miscellaneous committee reports?
Mr. President?
Councilwoman Simon.
It's up to you, Mr. President. I just wanted to speak to Resolution 0171, but very quickly, or if you
Go
prefer,
ahead.
I'll wait to the committee of the whole. I really don't mind.
Go ahead.
Sure. I just wanted to just say this is a significant piece of legislation. It's the first time that a project funded by the Casino Revenue Fund is proposed by council and is going to be outside a downtown district. The quick history is that the County Council passed legislation in 2012 which established and determined the use of the Casino Revenue Fund. Initially, the funds were used exclusively in a downtown district, but beginning in July of 2015, the legislation allows for the County Council and/or the executive to propose spending the revenue outside of the downtown district to promote economic development anywhere in Cuyahoga County. So this project before us is the Euclid's Waterfront Improvement Plan, which we'll see that is quite transformational and is critical to the city of Euclid, to the county, as well as to Northeast Ohio as a whole, I would argue. So I look forward to our meeting and to hear about the project and to discuss the significance of this legislation and to get feedback from my colleagues. And I think it's exciting, and I'm very hopeful that this will really be significant to the county. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman. Any other miscellaneous committee reports? Councilman Greenspan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Finance and Budget will meet a week from Monday, 21st, at 1 p.m. to discuss the item referred to committee.
Councilman Miller.
Mr. President and my colleagues, the Council Operations and Intergovernmental Committee will meet at its regularly scheduled time on Tuesday, September the 15th at 3 p.m. for the purposes of hearing the semi-annual report from our Inspector General, Mark Griffin, which we were not able to get to at the last meeting. Thank you. And, Mr. President, I would also just make a comment that I was able a couple years ago to get an amendment to the county's economic development plan, which resulted in some work done around the concept of bringing place-making projects throughout the county, and I believe that the legislation that Ms. Simon mentioned is a prime example of this kind of project, which has the potential to do a great deal of good for that community and for the county as a whole, and I'm proud to be a co-sponsor of the legislation. Thank you.
Anybody else down here?
Mr. Chair, the Public Works and Contracting will meet regular time Wednesday, September 16th, 10 o'clock, to review the two pieces that were sent to us.
Economic Development will meet on Monday, the 28th, at 3 o'clock. But I'd also remind the Executive's Office that one of the things that was done in that piece of legislation was a commitment that the Executive's Office would be bringing forth ideas, programs, scoring techniques, and things of that nature, so that when we started to go actually to use those casino revenue funds outside of the downtown area, that we would have scoring techniques, we'd have criteria, because it wasn't supposed to just be first project to the door. It was supposed to be an analysis of what would be the best projects, because we know there's not going to be enough money. I hope that before we actually vote on this, that we'll have scoring criteria, ideas, concepts, background, just as we did when we put together the Economic Development $100 million fund out there and put that in place. So I would suggest that the time is now ripe with the first piece coming before us, and we hope we get that guidance. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Anybody else down here?
Health and Human Service Committee will meet Wednesday of next week to deal with the items referred today.
Okay. All right. Any public comment unrelated to the agenda?
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, it's probably rumors of whether I will be running for re-election or not probably have been swirling. Certainly, I've heard comments in my district. The filing deadline is December the 16th. So at this meeting, to give at least 90 days notice, it's not my intention to run for re-election. In the year 2016 will mark 25 years of my adult life that I've spent in public service. It's been an honor and a privilege. Also in 2016, I'll be reaching 70 years of age. I know a lot of people are surprised, but it's been an honor and privilege to serve the communities that I've represented, but it's not my intention to run for re-election. It's time to retire. So I look forward to seeing who's going to come forward and fill my shoes. Look forward to helping them, and anybody that has any questions about this position, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Germain, and we look forward to working with you for the remainder of your term. You're one of the founding members of this council, and you know, that's something pretty special. No offense to our very special new members. So, thank you. Any public comment unrelated to the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, let me take this moment. I'd like to go back to Resolution 168 and have my name added to the Joya Suburban Excavating Company that won the 2% local match, supporting our local small business, and our preference legislation certainly was an important piece of legislation, and I would like to have my name attached.
All right, add Councilman Jones' name to the legislation, please. Anybody else before we move on to public comment unrelated to the agenda? Any announcements? Anybody running for president? Councilwoman Brown.
I will not be running for president, but I do want to remind people that my town hall meeting will be Wednesday, September the 16th at the Warrensville Heights Library, and that will start at 7 o'clock. So please spread the word. Thank you.
Well, that's what I get for skipping miscellaneous business. All right. Any public comment unrelated to the agenda?
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. Perry?
Okay, good evening. County Executive Budish, Council President, Vice President, and Council members. The topic of my comments is vote no on sin tax, issue 8. We finally have an issue number in November. First, I want to thank Mr. Budish for coming over and saying hello during Monday's Labor Day parade. It was very nice of him. The arts and culture contingent marched in the Labor Day parade as part of their $1.6 million campaign with 15 participants, a big banner, a car with loudspeakers, and glossy flyers. I was one of the parade watchers and also a protester with 3 vote no on sin tax signs and one Welcome Jimmy DeMora Square sign. No contingent, no banner, no car, and no glossy flyers from my side. My flyers are printed at home, cost me 1 penny each, and the reverse side carries a picture and a message from Betty Davis, who is shown puffing away. So here's the reverse side of my flyer. Shows Betty Davis, Hollywood's heartthrob, puffing away. And here is the glossy flyer from our proponents. So far, there have been 53 demonstrations for a total of over 200 hours, which is the equivalent of walking over 600 miles. In August, there were 4 demonstrations outside Progressive Field to chants of "Vote no on sin tax, go tribe." Well, our batters got the message, and our Indians won all the 4 games. On the campaign trail, the most common question that I'm asked, and this is from our youths, baby faces, puffing away. Excuse me, what is a sin tax? After answering their question, I request them to consider quitting smoking because of damaging effects on their health. While my flyer has a direct message to try to stop smoking, the glossy flyer from the proponents does not carry any such message. The $1.6 million campaign being waged by the proponents of the sin tax continues to engage in deception. For example, one of the messages on their Facebook page says, and it's also on the flyer, "Arts and culture works, support the arts and culture levy." Well, the proponents' campaign does not answer the basic question: should the arts and culture work off the backs of the young, poor, and uneducated? I plan to demonstrate in every district against the Jimmy DeMora sin tax and give Cuyahoga County's corrupt establishment a run for their money. So far, I've covered all districts except 6 and 8. Vote no on sin tax, issue 8 in November. I'm submitting a document for the record. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Mr. President?
Councilman Miller.
I would like to also mention that we also now have a number for issue 9. Issue 9 is Cuyahoga County's charter amendment to restructure the audit commission to provide for independence in accordance with universal audit standards, and I encourage approval of that amendment. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Miller. Does anyone have anything else to offer? If not, I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn the meeting for this evening. Second. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those nays, the ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.